Okay, this is going to be part three of the relationship series, and I'm going by Mark Gunger's um, seminar, Laugh Your Way to a Healthier Marriage. It is not about marriage or male female only. It is about, and I'm trying to put together in my mind the way he relates situations within the marriage, um, and the things of how to get along is the same way I would deal with co-workers, workplace relationships, neighbor relationships, family relationships, as well as the intimate relationships and family, things of that nature. And so I am trying to see by breaking it down like this how it also goes coincide with narcissistic abuse, sociopaths, psychopaths, as well as the learning about self first, so that I can understand others more, and as in sharing as I have throughout my life, and knowing myself with my personality and behaviors and my background and how it all plays a part. And so, dealing with people of many different backgrounds, socioeconomic status, through all walks of life, the workplace, traveling around the world, um, things like this help when I understand myself deeply, um, and getting along with and understanding others and knowing when to set boundaries and how to protect myself. So I'm just sharing. So this is relationship part number three. Okay, I'm gonna continue on. This is the relationships episode. I think I'm on number three, and this part is about when I'm basing it on Mark Gunger's "Laugh Your Way to a Healthier Marriage," but many people are never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, because I am not strictly talking about intimate relationships per se. And so I'm doing this so I can get to a level of what I'm thinking in my head is um, this approach with when hearing about different personalities and behaviors approach. And then another approach would be the personality assessments like the DISC assessment, the Enneagram, the Myers-Briggs, and then just backstories like from trauma specialists, looking at childhood traumas and uh, either where you come from, your background, the people that you hang with, the people that you were brought up with, that you uh, are taught, how you're taught. And so I'm just trying to, for me, put it together, and I'm doing it out loud, but I'm going through it this way because I love the way Mark Gunger gives this here seminar that I went to years ago, and laughing your way through a relationship, which you just can't. It's just not one way as far as laughter. So all those things I just mentioned along can help with communicating better, understanding people better if you're into that, and things like that. Okay, so I'm up to the part where, and this reminds me, not only in the intimate relationship, but in the workplace relationship and family relationships, with children, my children, and things like that, is Have you ever noticed when, okay, I'm going to give, for me, I go, what are you thinking? And I remember when I was younger, I used to go, I think it was a song, Penny for Your Thoughts. Yep. A penny for your thoughts, a nickel for, oh, when I finish this, see if I can find that song. A penny for your thoughts, a nickel for your kiss, a dime if you tell me that you love me. Something like that. I just thought of that. And so when I was younger, I used to go, a penny for your thoughts. What are you thinking? I always be asking, used to ask people, what are you thinking? And when I was in an intimate relationship, uh, I was always asking when they would sit there, straight face, looking at the game, um, focusing on football, or even when they was, just sitting there, just not doing anything. What you thinking? And it's always the response is nothing, nothing. I mean, and then I'm like, well, it can't be nothing. What do you mean nothing? So this is the part of the video where I'm at now that Mark Gungor is talking about that part. And it makes me smile because I used to do that a lot. What you thinking? What you thinking? Even on the flip side of that is when somebody asks me what I'm thinking. I know a lot of times, most times I go, nothing. But then if I'm up on my game or if I'm feeling good or depending on the type of person I'm talking to, if I feel like engaging, I'll go ahead on and either I tell them what I'm thinking or I'll say something to go ahead and start a conversation because it's somebody I want to engage in a conversation with in the workplace, a family member, a neighbor, you know, those type of things. Okay, now he goes on to say how, and he relates this to what are you thinking to if the person is stressed. If the man is stressed, he's like, just go away. But if the woman is stressed, it's like she just got to get it out and talk, 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 talk. But it's not exclusive to a man per se or a woman per se, but this is overall. Um, Generally speaking, a man and a woman, the way the genetics are made up and things of that nature for the most part. And I was thinking about this as I think about in the workplace. Say, for example, there's a cold blue or it was somebody that died. Um, if it was the nurse or the doctor that it was their patient that died, and you go to them and they're just sitting off in a corner quiet, and you're like, what are you thinking? The doc may look at you and smile and go, nothing, shake his head, nothing, or get up and walk away. I'm good, you know, something like that. Just brush it off real quick. And then if it's a woman or another type of personality and it was their patient, they want to talk about it. They want to talk about how the code went beautifully, everybody participated and did what they were supposed to do the right way, or they complain about something that didn't go right in the code, or they complain about the family members that were uh, around during the code or not, uh, you know, couldn't get in contact with the family members or something like that. And so they're real irritated and they feel as though, could feel as though things could have been ran a bit better, quicker, slower, faster, whatever. So you have two different ways people would perceive that same code um, for the patient that they took care of. One could be the doctor, one could be the nurse, one could be the tech, one the health tech, one could be the nursing assistant, one could be the radiologist that was there, one could be the anesthesiologist that was there. So they're all different people, but that same patient, somebody's going to say something different and have a different attitude about it in a different manner. All right. As he go on, I was thinking, this is why this he points out something that I really, really believe in, and I have had to experience it myself, is getting to know who I am. And so say for example, in that situation, that scenario I just gave, it's like, how do I respond to this one that is acting that way? How do I respond to that one that is acting another way? And then how do I respond and approach this other one that's acting a whole nother way? But I need to know myself. It has helped me to know and get to know myself, so that when people react to certain situations and stressful situations and whatever kind of situations, I don't take it personally. I don't take it negatively or positively, you know? And so that I am so big on getting to know self. I'm so glad that I don't totally know myself, but I have come to the point where knowing myself has helped me out in a lot of situations. Like, somebody can snap at me because of that cold blue, but I know not to take it personally, because I know how it all went down, and I know that how they're feeling, or I can empathize with how they're feeling, even if I don't know how they're feeling, and try to understand a bit better, you know. And so by me knowing myself, I won't, get offended and be like, why did they say that to me? And then I think about it all night long, and then have an attitude with them later when I go to work the next day, because I don't know me. I don't know how to approach people, or understand on a deeper level why it's not me, why and how not to take it personal. Okay.